Welcome back. All right. So today, we start phase one, manifestation. So let me give a little background. So the other day, I was talking to my mentor, who's moving mountains, and I'm like, yo, I want to move mountains too. That's, you always should aspire for the next level of greatness. And the best thing about having a mentor that is great is that you can actually see, touch. It's not one of those philosophical, I read in a book and yeah, I can see the fruits of this person's labors and I can read the histories, but to actually be able to see in person a tangible human that is going out and doing great things, it's nothing like it. It's a necessity. It's required. Everyone should go and have a mentor. I'm gonna just leave that there. Like if you got other questions as to why do you need a mentor, everyone should go and have a mentor because it does something to your belief system to see someone doing the things you believe you can do as well. It inspires you. And to be able to ask all the questions that you need to ask and get the necessary information, it is an absolute blessing. So we're having a conversation, and we start talking about manifesting, and we just go off into like the deep end of how manifesting comes about and just the power of it, and how it's not what people would normally generalize as what manifesting is. Like, some people they fall into this constraints of, oh, well, I'm gonna manifest this thing, and they map out this plan in their head, and they're like, I'm gonna focus on that plan. Yes, focus is required, but flexibility is necessary. Focus on the end result. Think of it like this: it's like Waze. You put in the address you want to go. There's so many different routes that you can take to get to that address. But what Waze does is it identifies all the various traffic patterns, all of the hiccups, the obstacles, the police, everything, and then provides you with the optimal route. Think of the universe as Waze. You say, hey, I'm putting in my destination, boop, 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 boop. And you're like, yo, I'm trying to get here. And the universe is like, okay, I can do that for you. But this is the route you have to take. It's the optimal route. And you must follow that path, right? You just kind of going as you're. It's not like you knew beforehand what Waze was going to suggest to you and be like, oh, this is the route I'm going to take. No, sometimes Waze may tell you, hey, don't go that way. And I know some of y'all behind the camera, some of y'all on the interwebs, you probably ignored Waze and was like, Waze don't know what it's talking about. This is the way I normally go. And then lo and behold, you stuck in 47 minutes of traffic that you could have easily circumvented, but your stubbornness not to listen to the omens, ways, not to listen to life's omens on how it's directing you, and you go that way anyway. No, I'm gonna listen to ways. I'm gonna listen to the life's omens. I'm gonna make sure I'm flexible enough to adjust courses and do what's required, but focused enough to maintain my vision on the desired end result. That being said, how am I going to manifest? Or how am I going to learn an even more practical way of manifesting? There's this book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And let me just read you the summary, okay? And then I'm going to explain how I'm going to go about absorbing to my maximum potential the information in this book. So this is the summary. You are not doomed by your genes and hardwired to be a certain way for the rest of your life. A new science is emerging that empowers all human beings to create the reality that they choose. In breaking the habit of being yourself, renowned author, speaker, researcher, and chiropractor Dr. Joe Dispenza combines the field of quantum physics, neuroscience, brain chemistry, biology, and genetics to show you what is truly possible. Listen to that. Quantum, you had me at quantum physics, bro. Had me. Okay. Not only will you be given the necessary knowledge to change any aspect of yourself, You will also be taught the step-by-step tools to apply what you learn in order to make measurable changes in any area of your life. Dr. Joe demystifies ancient understanding and bridges the gap between science and spirituality. Through his powerful workshops and lectures, thousands of people in 24 different countries, have used these principles to change from the inside out. Once you break the habit of being yourself and truly change your mind, your life will never be the same. Hey, it's time to break the habit of being myself and become more. That's what this is about. That's what it's always about. So with that being said, what's my secret sauce method? It's not a secret, really. It's not. It's really not. I leverage technology to its maximum potential. So how am I going to do that? I got my iPad here. I got my phone here. I got my trusty dusty AirPod Maxes. AirPod Pro Max. Right? Yes. And what I'm going to do is I have two versions of the book. I have the audio book and I have an ebook. Why do I have both? Because I'm going to play the audio book at 1.2 times the speed while I'm simultaneously reading the ebook and highlighting things that stand out to me for total focus on the exact thing that I'm trying to absorb in. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. Let me open my iPad. Can't have you know my passcode, whatnot. Since I've started it previously, let me give me a little focus mode. Your boy's working. Since I've started it previously, I'm going to start at chapter 1, The Quantum You. Let's go ahead and get popping. We're going to see, I'm going to go through chapter 1, and then I'm going to give you my summary. It is so much information. He just explained quantum physics, basically, to define becoming a quantum creator. And I like that phrase, quantum creator. I've still got a little bit of chapter 1 left, so I won't give a review just yet. I gotta let that sink in. So I'll be back. I gotta let it sink in. It's gone for a little minute. Take a little break just to let it marinate, just let it simmer. I'm gonna get back to it. So the last lines of chapter 1. Can you change your state of being? And once you inhabit a new mind, can you observe a new destiny? The answers are what the rest of this book's all about. You know, one of the things that stood out to me in this first chapter was a phrase that I'm gonna forever use. Quantum creator. It's like finding out that there's a multiverse. But not that in this multiverse, there are all these different yous doing different great things. But that in this multiverse, they're all the same you that you can access, doing all of these various things in abundance. The question is, which or how will you become who you need to become to live in that reality? I'm excited. I can't lie. Like this, I'm excited. This book is it's gonna make me look within, look further within, and determine, okay, how can I truly manifest? Hey man, I know I really cut chapter 1 down to like the smallest of details. But the primary takeaway was like in the story at the very end, the example of his children and how his college age daughter manifested what it took and how we need to relinquish control on certain factors when it comes to manifesting. If something doesn't come to you in the way that you think it should have came to you, does not mean it is not coming to you. You see what I'm saying? So you may have said, oh, I want great beef. And then you see this amazing T-bone steak and you're like, oh, that must be for me. But no. That's not for you. That A5 Japanese Wagyu that's coming's for you. But you may not even know what Wagyu was. You may be like, is that seafood? No. That is exquisite. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. This is chapter 1. This is the foundational portion of manifestation. So once we get through all the foundational, I can't wait to get into the meditations. I can't wait to get into the manifesting. Because you see here? I know you see Thor's hammer right there. I ain't gonna do it on camera just yet, you know. I got a little razzle dazzle in me. I got a little God of Thunder in me. But you see the setup right now. The way that I'm gonna manifest, I know this will become unfathomable. And when I look back and see my King T'Challa with the crown on his head painting in my very first YouTube videos, all from the small seeds of tapping into the other realities and manifesting forward. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate anyone that stopped by and all the comments. I'm going to read the comments and give me some likes. I think that helps the YouTube algorithm. I have no idea. And just subscribe so we can get on this journey together. Let's go and find the best version of ourselves that's doing the greatest things, and let's live that life.